and welcome to this week's gardening vlog. My name is Emma, these are my allotment diaries, and every Friday I'm going to be putting up a vlog all about my home London garden, what I've been getting up to, hopefully sharing some really good inspiration with you for your own gardens, or if you just enjoy watching kind of gardening content and me pottering around in my garden trying not to kill everything, then this might be the channel for you. If so, I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel and never miss one of my vlogs. So in this week's video, I'm going to take you to a garden that we visited, which was a National Trust garden, and I'm going to take you there because it was so inspiring and I got a lot of inspiration for roses. They had a beautiful rose garden there, so I'm going to take you there, take you into the garden centre as well and show you around, and then show you what I brought and get gardening. I'm very excited to say that this video is actually sponsored by HelloFresh. If you don't know what HelloFresh is, it is a recipe delivery box. So every week you can order delicious and nutritious recipes from their website, and then they will deliver it to you with all of the ingredients for you to cook and make at home on your own. The instructions are really clear, and it's a great way of getting into cooking. So if you're like me and you don't always know what to cook, particularly with the hotter weather right now, I think it's really hard to always be cooking and always think about what you're going to be cooking. Well, HelloFresh does all of that for you. I love that the ingredients are exactly what you need for the recipe, so you don't end up with a load of waste food or extra ingredients that you just don't know what to do with. And HelloFresh have given all of my lovely viewers here a discount code. So if you go to my description box just below this video, you will see a code. It's a discount code. It will give you 60% off of your first box and 25% off the next 8 orders. There'll also be a QR code on the screen somewhere now that you can just go straight to the website with that as well. So I've had lots of fun making some recipes from them this week. I can say that if you are into healthy eating, this is a fantastic way of ensuring that you are eating a healthy meal that is home cooked every single night. Thank you so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring my video today. Go below, make sure that you click the link below to get your nice discount code from me, and let's get on with the rest of the video. So like I said, we went to a National Trust garden and we went to Mordenhall Park. It was absolutely stunning there. So this is Mordenhall Park, which is a National Trust park. Absolutely stunning, and the day we went was so sunny as well. This is their rose garden I was going on about, and I wish you could smell through the screen because the smell was incredible. They had so many beautiful roses. I think I really like the rambling roses, and I'd love to have a rambling rose up over my house. I think that would just be stunning. So it's a really big park, and they've got these wetlands there that you can walk around and see all the ducklings and all the yellow irises, which are out in full bloom at the moment, and it was just beautiful. And then just as you come in, there's a cafe and also a garden centre. Be warned though, National Trust garden centres are quite pricey, and to be honest, I was a little bit disappointed with the amount of stock that they had in. They didn't have as many flowers as I wanted. They did have lots of roses there, which I wasn't surprised about, bit on the pricey side though. And I found a few sunflowers, which I thought was quite unusual. I don't normally see sunflowers for sale in garden centres, I think because they're so easy to grow yourself. But I did pick up one because the slugs have got mine, so that was handy. In fact, I picked up quite a lot, and you can see my kids helping me to carry it all home, and I'll go through what I've got when I get back home. Gosh, it's bright today. So I can officially no longer be trusted in garden centres, particularly at this time of year when everything is so colourful and there's flowers everywhere, and I just want to buy everything. And looking around those roses at that garden centre makes me want to fill my garden full of roses. They are just stunning, and they smelt amazing as well, so I definitely want to invest in some roses. Roses are quite expensive though, aren't they? They're like ones that I really like the rambling roses, and the big David Austin ones were like £35 for a rose, so it's not something I can invest in right now. Having said that, obviously cannot be trusted in garden centres. So I want to go through what we got. So some of this stuff is from the National Trust Garden Centre, and then we stopped at B&Q on the way back as well, and I picked up a few things there because some things in B&Q can be quite reasonable, I think. So I'll show you what I got. The theme of my garden is pink, really. What I've tried to do is stick to as many pinks as I can, and then, oh look, all the bees happy. You're welcome, Mr. Bee. And then I've tried to dot new colours in between. So I like yellows. So I like yellows and I like whites, and I also like a bit of purple. I think the yellow and the white pop out against the pink and purple. So I do try to... Oh, thought the bee was going to get me then. I do try to stick to a bit of a theme, a colour theme, but that's about it really. So we went for this big geranium, which I got from the National Trust Garden Centre. I couldn't resist it. Look at the vibrancy of that pink. That is so stunning. I think it was only £10 as well. Absolutely gorgeous geranium. I picked up a couple of petunias, and I don't normally like petunias. It's something I kind of steer clear of. I'm not a massive fan of them, to be honest. I think they sort of look a bit trumpety, which isn't really my cup of tea, but couldn't resist the colours, and they were only £2.50 each. So I got a couple of those for pots because I know they like to spill over, which is quite nice. And I got a couple of these as well, which I'm not going to be able to pronounce, guys. It's that basically, agaranthemum, but basically daisies, let's be honest. So I got the white one, and then I also got the pink one, which has got this lovely yellow centre with the darker pink circle around, if you can see. So beautiful. And then they also sold sunflowers. Now, I don't normally buy sunflowers, they're so easy to grow from seed, but seeing as most of mine has been eaten this year, and this is a multi-head dwarf sunflower, so I thought I'd just get one and stick him in a pot. And then from B&Q, I couldn't resist these little cherry blossom geraniums, and I got a couple of those. Such beautiful colours. And then I couldn't resist the dahlias. Again, I don't normally buy dahlias like this. I normally just plant the tubers. But I got a little pink one. It's in the pot there, a little yellow one. How cute is he? He is adorable. And then two of the bigger purchases I made. I got a hydrangea for my shady area because I don't know what to put in my shady area. So I went for a pink hydrangea, which is this one. And he should do really well in the shade. And I also got myself one of these, which I've been wanting for a long time, which is a jasmine. It's this jasmine. I'm just going to show you the words because I cannot pronounce it, but it's a climbing one, and I think it will smell amazing. And that's my little garden centre haul for you. So I've cleared out this planter here. I've left in this lovely shrub, which I don't know what the name is, but the bees love it. I've just had to keep it a bit clipped back because it goes crazy. And then I got this lovely scabia here for the butterflies, which is just doing amazing, so healthy. I got my sweet peas here going up the archway, but then I've cleared out most of this, so some of the new plants can go in there. And then down here, oh look, there's a tennis ball in there. Oh, my kid's been playing. So I've got the nice border with the boxus, which hasn't got any caterpillar damage so far this year. Fingers crossed it stays that way. I have my lovely rose in there, but I've had to clear out all of those forget-me-nots because they were sort of dying and looking a bit scraggly. I have a couple of cosmos in here, but they are getting eaten. I'm not sure if they're going to survive. So this is going to have some new plants in as well. Really sure where I left that last video. So it's a few days later, and as you can see, it's a lovely, beautiful day, blue skies, lots of sun. So I'm going to dot these about now and see where I'm going to plant them because they've been sitting in their pots for a few days. It's been really grey and miserable in the UK, especially seeing as it's like June. It's like a week into June and it's been really, really cold. So I've actually had to wear a coat out most mornings, which is just crazy for June. Now it's lovely. I can't wait to get these out, and I think they're probably feeling the same way as well. Poor things have just been cooped up in these little pots for like a week, but they're doing really well and they're all alive. So I'm thinking this bed here, I think this is about right. So I've got my like daisy one there, and then the other daisy one there, and then the 2 geraniums here and over here. And then I've got this lovely big pink one, which is kind of right next to the rose, but the rose isn't getting any bigger, and I want something this year, so I think that's about right. Also, just before I get planting, I just want to show you these new gloves from COOLJOB. So obviously I do work with COOLJOB. They send me free gloves every month when they get like a new product launch. This is their newest product launch. How cute are these? They come in, I've got another pair as well, but these are my favourites. I love the colour. These ones are actually adjustable as well. They have like a little strap at the bottom, which is so cool, so cute. I'm in love with them. I do have a discount code, so go below and you'll see my code just below in my description bar, and you can order yourself a pair with some money off. But yeah, just wanted to share those because they're so, I just love them. Actually, before I start, I'm just gonna saw these lower leaves of the tree off. So I don't think trees like having their leaves this low. I think it saps the energy out of them. Obviously this is prunus. It's a prunus. It has a really long stem, and then it kind of all splays out at the top, which is perfect for smaller gardens. And I really like the long stem because it means that I can plant all around it. And then it's thrown out some leaves here, so I'm going to take these ones off, I think, so you don't get damaged. Okay, sorry tree, I'm sorry. Oh no. Oh no, it keeps bending. I don't think it's made for this. This is definitely not the right tool for cutting branches of a tree, but it's all I could find. I think this is actually cutting metal or something. I don't know. Anyway, I was just trying to make sure it was a really sharp cut so that I don't let any like disease or anything into the tree. So I'm trying to make it really sharp. I think I've done quite a good job actually. I think you're going to be all right. Please be okay. I sort of noticed when I was doing that I was pulling up some of the tree roots and also a lot of bulbs as well, because I had a lot of tulips and daffodils in here. What I might do, also I haven't planted them where I wanted to plant them. It's like it's not quite in the place that I actually put the pots in, but I think hopefully they will sort of spread, and I might throw in some Californian poppy seeds around here as well. What I'm going to do now is actually mulch it with a big bag of compost that I've got, and just give it a bit of a top up. So I thought I would end my vlog today by showing you what I've got growing in my little greenhouse out here, because a lot of you are always interested in what I'm growing, because I know how hard it can be to remember to keep sowing stuff. You know, once you've got your plot in full bloom in the summertime, it's quite hard to remember that that stuff's going to be picked and harvested, and then you've got to put new stuff in if you want to continue the harvest. So I do get it, because in my first year I grew a fantastic allotment plot and harvested it all, and then picked it all, and then didn't have anything else growing for like months. So let's have a look what's in my little greenhouse. So these here are my Calabrese. Now what happened to them, I hear you ask? Well, basically they didn't have enough sun. I had them at the bottom and they weren't getting enough sun, so they've gone a little bit leggy, which basically means they've got a long leg and they're flip-flopping all over the place. Some of them are a little bit happier than others. I think they're going to be fine. I'm going to pot them on again and bury them a bit deeper. Hopefully I'll be able to save those. But those are Calabrese. And then over here I've got, what are these? Kale. You can actually tell they're kale because the shape of the leaf already looks a bit like kale. So I've got some kale, and then over here I've got cauliflowers. I absolutely love cauliflower, so always growing cauliflower. And then I've got some cucumbers. These are the crystal lemon cucumbers. You can see they are an okay size, not ready to plant out yet. They might actually do well if I put them on into a bigger pot and give them a chance to get a bit bigger. Down here I've still got my leeks, and somebody told me that you shouldn't plant leeks out until they get to the size of a pencil, and then somebody else said, yeah, but they never get to the size of a pencil, so just plant them out. I might just go for it and put them out. I think the slugs will leave them alone, so I might just go for that. This, I believe, is a melon, but I didn't label him. Are you surprised? No, neither am I. I didn't label him. I think he's a melon, so hopefully he'll keep growing. He's doing quite happy out here. And then these, I don't know what these are. That's cosmos, and that might be Brussels sprouts. I don't know. Whatever they are, they're a brassica, so we'll put them on and put them in a brassica bed. And then I've got some courgettes because I actually killed all my courgettes, so I've just started sowing them again. I think these are the yellow courgettes, but I might be wrong. So they look like normal courgettes, but they are yellow. And then I'm running out of room, so I'm using this shelf under here to grow some sunflowers. So I've got the dwarfed sunflowers, which are multi-headed, so they'll have lots of different sunflowers on them. Literally cannot remember what I sowed in here, but I do know that half of it is something and half of it is something else. I don't know if that's at all helpful, not really at all, but there are two different things sown in here. Here we go. I guess we'll find out when they come up, we'll find out. And then there's some more sunflowers there, being very hopeful with the sunflowers this year. I do have some sunflowers growing at the plot. I have two at the allotment plot, and they are really tall, doing really good, but I'm going to try and succession sow them and hopefully have even more growing because I do love them. And then I've got some pots down here that I've kind of really taken off recently, which is quite amazing, I think, because the weather's been so good. So I have this lovely broad bean, and he actually does have some broad beans on him. Look at that. Just absolute proof that you can grow a broad bean in a pot, because he's doing amazing. He is absolutely covered in black flies or aphids, whatever they are, but I mean the plant seems really healthy, and there's loads of ladybirds in my garden, so I'm hoping they sort of help me out. This is just a sunflower that's decided to grow all over the place. I think he's quite funny, so I'm just sort of leaving him. This is a tomato plant that I killed. This is a tomato plant that I haven't killed yet, so hopefully you'll keep growing. And then I've got strawberries in here. Look at these guys, how exciting. And that is a bullet from a Nerf gun that my son was firing from the window, but we'll talk about that another day maybe, or not at all. This is a cucumber that I planted out. Someone said he's got a bit stunted in my last video. You might be right. They usually do for me. I've never managed to successfully grow one. I can see a lot of slug slime on it as well. I don't know. He's in the pot and he's there, so if he wants to grow, he can. And if he doesn't, he can just sit there and die. These are some potatoes. These are early potatoes that I put in a bag, and actually look what they're doing. They're starting to flower, and when they flower, that's a good indicator that they are just about ready to harvest. So once these flowers start to open up a bit more, I think maybe sometime next week I might harvest these. So stay tuned, potatoes. This is a, what is this? Blueberry bush, and look, I am getting teeny tiny little blueberries. I don't know if they're going to turn into anything bigger than that. We'll see. I mean, he looks quite healthy at the moment. In this planter here, the only thing that has changed is that I've taken out the radishes because they were just too close together and they weren't developing into anything more than a teeny tiny radish, and I put in some rainbow chard. I've also done something that I've never done before, and that is to thin out my parsnips and also thin out my carrots, just in the hope that I get some decent sized carrots. I don't know if I've done it enough. What do you think? I sort of left this one here because I thought I'm trying to envision, well, let's see, that one there, that can come out. That can come out because that's teeny tiny, that's in the wrong place. But I'm envisioning a carrot, a full-size carrot, 1 carrot, 2 carrot, 3 carrot. I think they've got enough room then. But I've actually thinned them out. I've never done that before. I know, right? Who am I? Who am I? I've just noticed something behind me. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera. No, I don't think you can, but it's very, very exciting. Come with me. I can see my first ripe strawberry. possibly the smallest strawberry known to man, but we're gonna pick him. I mean literally the world's smallest ever strawberry. But it's my first ripe one. I don't even know if I can eat this, like it's so tiny, but let's give it a go. I mean, I have to taste the first ripe strawberry of the season, but I mean this is a little bit comical. Why is it so bleeding small? Right, here we go. Can I even bite it? Okay, what it lacks in size, it makes up for in taste. There is nothing like the first ripe strawberry of the season. Oh my goodness. And now it's gone. Thank you so much for watching my video today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, subscribe to my channel, all of the above, and I will see you again in my next video. There's always flies about. On Monday. See you Monday, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.